Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Colonial Downs here on Wednesday. It is the 27th of July, 2022. Gonna look at the 8th race from Colonial, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The 8th from Colonial, it is the Colonial Cup. It's going for a purse of $150,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. A very good field of 11 horses are going to the inner turf course here. The distance of ground of 2,400 meters, or the distance of ground of 1.5 miles on the Colonial inner turf course. 2,400 meters, 1.5 miles. And it's going to be the first race at 1.5 miles at Colonial in about 9 years or so. First time since their Renaissance era. First time in their Renaissance era, shall we say. So it's going to be a cool race here. They should card more of these races, I think. By top selection, I'm going to go with the number 8 horse, Cellist. I'm going to go 8-4-11-6 in the superfecta. 8-4-11-6 super. Top selection, 8 horse, Cellist. This 4-year-old given by Big Blue Kitten. George Arnold trains this one. Julian Leperoux comes in from Saratoga to ride this one. The horse's most recent outing came the 21st of May at Churchill, 1.5 miles in the Louisville Stakes. And the horse went by a head that day. He was drawn stupidly wide on the very, weird running turf course that they had at Churchill during the spring. By the way, Arlington Million in 2 weeks, so we'll get to see that turf course again in action. But he was drawn stupidly wide. He sat back early, a little bit wide throughout, but you wanted to be wide on that turf course at Churchill at the time. He quickened up nicely, and he got the job done. I thought it was a good, gritty performance. Coming here back to the 1.5 miles, hopefully sitting a little bit better, sitting a little bit closer, should be better. I think that could be a very good run for him today. Two back around the 27th of April, Keelan, mile 16th in allowance race, 120,000 non-2X. And he finished second by a half length. He was a little bit wide, but was closing up well late. I didn't think it was a half bad effort. And then the Tampa Bay Stakes at Tampa Bay, a mile 16th on the 5th of February. He finished 7th by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and just never really quickened up, never showed up. I do think he needed the race there. It was his first race since the 5th of September. That came on yielding ground at Kentucky Downs, a mile 5/16 in the Dueling Ground Derby, where he finished 3rd by 3 3/4 lengths that day. He had a very wide trip, and he just couldn't get there late. You could say the same for the race before, which was the Saratoga Derby at Saratoga over the mile 3/16, where he finished 6th by 4.5 lengths. He set some wicked fast fractions, and he just couldn't keep up off of that. He got beat by some decent horses there. State of Rest went on to win the Cox Plate in Australia, went on to win his Royal Ascot winner, so he got beat by a good horse there. I don't think, like I said, just got beat by a better horse. But coming here, back to the 1.5 miles, which I think he wants, training well. At 3-1, I'm going to use him, along with the 4-horse Red Knight. He's in the Maker Barn now. Horacio Caramanos gets him out. Hasn't been seen in about nearly a year. 11 months ago, he ran in the John's Call at Saratoga over the mile 5/8, where he finished 6th by 10 3/4 lengths that day and just never really showed up. His final 3 races of 2021, he was running against some very tough horses. He just never really got the run. He had a very good place, though, in the Churchill Louisville Stakes last year, and a very good place in the Red Smith of 2020 at Aqueduct. Coming here today, making his Colonial debut, not the world's toughest race. If he could show the form like he did in 2020, he could definitely win against these horses. At 4-1, he's your wise guy horse. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Colonial, it's the Colonial Cup. Let's take the 8 horse Cellist. Give kudos to the 4 horse Red Knight. 8-4-11-6 super. 8-4 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.